today's video I'm going to be doing my study routine because it really does take quite a bit of self-motivation stuff to actually do my study. I'm on the FAQs for the course that I'm doing. I'm going to read them to you. The link to the Photography Institute is going to be in the description as well if you want to have a look for yourself if you're interested in doing photography as a career and stuff. So the first one on this page is how long can I take to complete my course? And it says here, the courses are designed to be self-paced. For the certificate course, we would expect to be dedicating on average about 6 to 8 hours per week for 24 weeks. For the diploma course, you would expect to dedicate, as per AQF standards, approximately 16 hours per week of structured and non-structured training over an 18-month period. Students studying the certificate course are provided up to 12 months to complete their studies. Students studying the diploma course are provided up to 18 months to complete their studies. Now, if you are like me, or actually if you're like anybody at the moment, and you've just got lots of time on your hands, where you can just purely dedicate it to just doing this, there's no reason why it can't take you 12 weeks to do the certificate course. If you're doing this and only this pretty much all day, 12 to 16 hours a day, which is pretty much from the time you get up to the time you go to bed sort of thing. If this is the only thing you're like dedicating your time to, there's no reason why you can't have this done in 12 weeks, which is, yeah, from pretty much from now until like the lockdown is lifted. So hopefully by the time the lockdown is lifted, I will have finished my course, because I am currently on module 4, I think. Do I have to attend any classes? The courses are completed online. This means there are no classes to attend. You can study in your own time and at your own pace. What equipment do I need? All you need for the certificate course is a camera. A digital SLR or mirrorless CSC camera is best, but certainly not essential. We also recommend a recent version of Adobe Photoshop. However, you may use other photo editing programs. To complete the first assignment of the diploma course, you will require the following: a 35mm DSLR or mirrorless CSC equivalent that has detachable lenses and can have accessories attached to it, a computer that is capable of running Adobe software with a minimum of 16GB of RAM, and Adobe Creative Cloud photographer's package or standalone Lightroom and Photoshop programs. To see a list of what's required to complete the entire diploma course, they've got a link there, and you can view the equipment requirements section. And the courses are compatible with both PC and Mac computers, tablets and smartphone devices, so you can literally take it anywhere with you. How do I communicate with my tutor? Your tutor's role is to assess your assignments and provide you with personalised feedback. They are also available to answer any questions you may have about your course. You can communicate with your personal tutor at any time through your secure student site, which you will be given access to once you enroll. Do I have to have a background in photography? No. The courses are designed to allow for students who have had little or no experience in photography. So if you've just decided since the lockdown started that you want to get into photography, you can still do this and come out with the same amount of knowledge as I will once I'm finished. Although with my background in film and knowing how cameras and stuff work through that, I am sort of breezing through the first couple of modules to begin with. And when can I start? As the courses are provided online, you have the flexibility to start when and wherever suits you. if you enrolled today, for example, you could start straight away. Cool. Now I need to leave that there. So where's my right behind me? Cool. So we'll get into actual Alright, so here is my module 4. I have printed it out so that I can sort of flip through it as necessary. Definitely helps to do this. I do this with all of my modules. I've got, I believe they're right at the top somewhere. I've got my other ones here somewhere. Which one are you in? This one. So I've got my module 1. Oh my god, this way around. As you can see, I've highlighted all the stuff that is relevant. Number 2. And then number 3. And they're all pretty much structured the same way. Starts off with all of the material that you've got to sort of read through. Up at the end. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I put them all in the same thing. And then at the end here, got where did I put the rest of that then? In the back of that one. That looks good. So the assignments have, now that I think about it, I think I'm only doing the certificate course. Anyway. Yeah, so after you get through all the course material, there's the assignments. This is obviously for module 3, hence assignment 3. And you were given different options. So the first one there is for the DSLR or mirrorless. Option 2 should be here. We've actually got an advanced one. We've got a standard one at the top there. And then option 3, which is what I had done for this one. And that can go like that. Option 3 was a point and shoot camera. I will show you the camera in just a second. It's just up in the top of my So, the camera I was using was this boy. As you can see, it's kind of little. That little bit on the bottom there goes with its tripod, so it had sort of all the stuff for it this was allowing me to take some pretty good landscape shots, which is pretty much predominantly what I was taking. Because that way I don't have to sort of work with people or anything like that. So I could just sort of go through and do it on my own, sort of thing, as is sort of the idea of the course. Now it is a point and shoot. It's a Canon SX50HS. It is a point and shoot. It looks like a DSLR, but as you can see on this bit here, there's no rings for zooming and stuff. It is still up here for zoom. There's no focus bar there, and you cannot attach, I don't believe you cannot attach other lenses to it, so it's just sort of, that's what it is. However, between losing work and bushfires and now coronavirus, I've actually taken more time on the fourth module than I really would have liked, and in that time I've gotten the big boy. Just to give you an idea, when I say the big boy, the size of camera bag should tell you. He's quite a bit bigger. This will mean that my assignments from now on will be done on a DSLR rather than a point and shoot. So here we are. Now put that way so it's always easier, but that way to shoot. Now as you can see, we do have a zoom. This little one here is the focus. And yeah, he's quite a bit bigger than the other guy. Quite a bit weightier too. He also does have the little pin screw in just there. Unlike the other tripod, this one's which way around is he sitting in his bag? Right. And so this one folds down. That then goes up. Screw it. Which one has to screw? Sure you. And then the little screw at the top there would go into there to make him stand up on the tripod. Yeah. The reason I print my modules out, I know this video is getting a bit long at this point, and it's mainly just me quietly opening and repacking things, but the reason I print my thing off, particularly when it gets to the end of it, is so that I can have open in front of me the assignments, although now it's more like here, option 1. Alright, so for instance, the one that I'm currently on, the DSLR or mirrorless camera, which is what this one is. This is a 70D Canon EOS 70D DSLR. Basically top of the line, and I'm very thankful that I was given the loan of it to do this course with, because it's a lot of fun to play with. But yeah, so there's 2 parts to the assignment. Is the 2 parts in there? Okay. So the first one says, referring to your camera's histogram function. Obviously, it explains what a histogram is in the actual module. Correctly expose and photograph a landscape that utilizes the full dynamic range of your camera. Now, overexposed by 2 stops, take another photo, and then underexposed by 2 stops and take another photo. The aperture and the ISO must remain constant, and exposure should be varied by changing the shutter speed. Upload each photo and describe the effects on highlight and shadow detail in each photo. Also explain what happens to the histogram in each case. Remember from earlier modules that a whole stop means doubling or halving the amount of light depending on whether you are under or overexposing. Most cameras are calibrated in third stops, so 3 clicks of your wheel represents 1 whole stop. Therefore 6 clicks are required for 2 stops. And then part B, spend some time to make a variety of images from flat lit scenes to contrasty ones at different exposures by bracketing 2 or more stops on either side of the correct exposure. Have a good look at each histogram and become familiar with how much they vary in shape from one another. Keep in mind that a cloudy day, pre-dusk or dawn, will normally yield flat light, and a sunny day, especially once the sun is high in the sky, will exhibit contrasting light. Import some of these into your computer and have a play with the badly exposed images. Using the adjustment tools in your software, attempt to save the images by restoring some of the lost highlight or shadow details. Now, while that sounds difficult at all, it's really not that difficult. I think the most difficult part for me is actually going to be trying to figure out how to actually use the software, because I normally just take my photo and that's it. That's how my photo ends up. This one's actually asking me to use some some photography software, so that's going to be fun to play around with. But yeah, like I said, playing around with this bad boy has been a bit of fun, and I've just got to find the histogram function on it, and we'll be good to go. I don't know if that's it there, I don't know. We'll have to suss out. But yeah, anyway, the reason as I was saying, that I print them out is to have this in front of me, because you actually have to submit it directly to the website. So you like log in, and you'll pull up your assignment, and you actually have to import into there and write directly into there, and having a question available to you so that you can use some of the words in the question to help answer the question, so that they can't really say that you didn't answer the question because you've used some of the same wording, just sort of the other way around, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, having it open in front of you while doing the assignments is been a lifesaver. It also means that if you're looking at a particular bit and you're like, how do I answer this? You can also quickly flick back through to the part where they talk about that in the module and refresh your memory on it, which has also been a bit of a lifesaver. But yeah, I will, before I let you go, show you some of the photos that I've taken on this bad boy. Yeah, cool. That's going to overexpose. Okay, snap it. Come on. There we go. So that was the other day. That was the sunset the other day. Where am I going to? Oh, so we got. That's really the best one out of them all. I'll try and take some better photos as well, and at some point I will do a full just photography video. But yeah, that's kind of my. If this video doesn't accurately show what studying photography is like, then I don't know what does. Because it is a lot of fiddling with the camera to get this. Needs to go away. It is a lot of just fiddling with the camera in order to get the right settings and stuff, and then taking a photo. Especially when you've got like a specific thing that you've got to take a photo of. Or a specific way you've got to take a photo, you've really got to get your camera sort of set up once you're at the spot that you want to take your photo at. You can't just sort of set it before you go and then go outside, because like light bulbs and stuff give off a different. In photography, they give off like a different color, so it's explained in one of the modules anyway, but basically, like, I cannot for the life of me remember which way around it goes. I just know that the two different colors are yellow and blue. I think inside light generally gives off more of a blue light, which is why your phone has like the blue light setting. And its wavelength can actually trick your brain into thinking that the sun's still up. Whereas if you're outside and you're filming outside in daylight, and then or taking photos in daylight, and then you come inside without changing any settings and start taking photos inside, they're going to look more orange because of the color temperature of the different light sources. Yeah. think that's about it. But yeah, so you have to sort of go to where you're taking the photo, set it all up, then take your photo, and then go to another place, reconfigure, take another photo, go somewhere else, reconfigure, take another photo, and so a lot of it's just moving between your locations and fiddling with the camera, and not a whole heap of actually just taking photos. So yeah, but that's all I've got for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. I know it probably wasn't the most exciting video I've ever done, but it's study, it's schoolwork, it's however you want to look at it. So it's, I don't think, designed to be fun, but photography is something that I'm pretty passionate about, so it's fun for me. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well if you want to see more videos from me and be notified when I upload new ones. Again, the link for the Photography Institute, which is what I'm studying through, is going to be down below. If you want to give the certificate course or the diploma course a go, particularly while we're in lockdown, I would recommend the certificate course, because you could smash that out no problems. And yeah, until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.